right, hey there, devils. How are we doing today? August 23rd. We're kind of middle of the day here. Now, Thursdays, we do traditional assets on Thursdays. So we've polled the members. We let members pick. Often we'll let members pick what we're going to look at. And per that polling, I've got two assets we're going to look at today. We're going to start with the TQQQ. This is the Proshares Ultra Pro QQQ. Trades on the NASDAQ. I've got a 3-hour here. Now, we've looked at this before, so there's a little bit of review here for any of you that haven't been through this count. And it's getting a little tricky here. We'll see where we're going to end up here. So just to do a quick review here, let me go back. I've got to go all the way back to the 3-day. So let's look here now. So what will make this, I think, easier to get the count on this is to go into log scale where we get the compression up above here. So it just allows us to see the wave count a little more easily here. So I do have this as a 1, 2, 3, 4 is in, and we're in the process, excuse me, of putting in the fifth. You know, all the subdivision is there, and again, like as I said, we've been through this before. So coming off of what are we here? It's 2010 lows, working our way up. But it's pretty clear, right? So it's pretty clear that we've got a 1, 2. Here's the big 3. We've got an ABC, a little bit of a double top here. Look at ABC, truncated C. We don't get the new low here, but now we're pushing up, and we're in this fifth wave. So I'm gonna go. Let's see if we can catch it in the 3-hour. So let me reset this. Now I'm gonna take it out of log scale. So as we get up here, we don't need that separation as much. So here was the 3 high that I was just showing you. So it looks like, to me, like we come A down, A, B, C into the B. We get an expanded flat here. So we get A, B down for the C. That puts in our 4. And then from here, now we've started this structure coming up here. Now, you know, are we approaching a top? Well, so, you know, better not to guess. So we've worked through the count, and we can eliminate possibilities here. So that's very much what we're doing here. Is just a process of elimination here. So there's only a couple of possibilities here, if indeed this is our 4. Well, we can certainly make a case for a clean, impulsive structure up into this high. So first question is, well, is that the top? Yeah, I'm not ready to go there yet. Certainly relative to the length of the third, or excuse me. So I might look at it this way: from the length of the 1 relative to the 4, there's certainly the possibility here that all we've done is put in the 1 wave of the fifth. Now, other possibility is that we have put in the fifth. I think that's less likely. Hang on one second. Okay, I'm back. So I think that's less likely. So if we think about what's happened here, so one possibility here is, even if we go to the oscillators here, yeah, we've got some divergence here. So we've got a solid candidate here for a completed 5-wave structure. So right, so there's only 2 possibilities here. Either the fifth of the here in white, either the fifth is in. So we'd be, oh, I've got them so much higher, we can't even see them. Either the fifth is in, or we've just completed the 1 wave of the fifth, which I'm more inclined to think here, because of this good structure here and the symmetry that we would lose given the shortness of the 5th wave. So if we allow for that, so let's break into this and see, maybe get a little better look on the 2-hour. Okay, so coming off of this low, I can get a 1, 2. All right, then I go 1, 2, 3, 4, up into a 5 here. All right, so the extension is in the 5th, but you see the nice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just perfect subdivision up into the 3. So I go in green, 1, 2, 3. Now I wick off the 1 wave here. We come down for, let's see if I can open this up. You can see it a little better. Sorry. A, again, an expanded flat, right? So it's interesting that we see that, and that's often something that you will see. If you see it once, it's kind of giving a personality tell. So we see it here, then we see it yet again here. Question, could we possibly see it again? Could that trend continue? I think it's fairly solid here, given how clean that is into this third, that we've gone A into an expanded B wave here, and we come down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So gives us a good candidate here for our 4th. So I recall this was technical. So from the 2 low here up to, well, two ways to look at it, right? So with our Elliott hats on, well, we're coming here. So remember, algo does not care about an expanded B wave. It's just working from swing low to swing high. Well, we come here now, we're a little shy of the 50, possibly a front run, hard to say, but look what we do, right? So from this pivot, we're algo target to the tick. So again, look at the reaction. That tells you that that's algo participation. There's no question about what happened there. So we can comfortably come to the conclusion here that we've completed a 5-wave structure, right? So what is it? Is that the 5th of the 5th of the 5th, or are we just putting in the 5th of the 1? Well, we'll have to wait and see here, because right now we do have a fairly solid candidate to come down into an A, B, C, into a B, right? So it's not uncommon for a B to go that high. That's a bit on the extreme side. That looks to me like we're past the 887. Oh, let me just pop that on there. So, yeah, it looks like, yeah, we're just a hair past the 887. Remember B wave, so here we've seen, right, as I've just shown you, these pushes. So the B wave, always a push to try and get to a new high. You do see these, these expansions in the B wave here where it's essentially, it's a bull trap. So we get the little push up. How do you know? Well, it's hard to tell, but until after the fact. But the fact that we don't have the good subdivision here is a bit of a tell here. So coming down here, this looks like A, B, C into a steep B. Now, we don't know for sure that we're done there. And we don't know for sure yet that this is what's playing. A possibility here that you could be going 1, 2. I think that's less likely, but we won't know until we see a little bit more data here. I think it's more likely that what's happening here is we've completed, given that perfect algo tap here, that all we've done is completed a 1 wave. So we've got a 5-wave structure that's complete. So we just pull from low to high. And you can see here where we're looking for our 2nd wave. So our 50 would be down here. You can see here we're very close to the point of control. So from our 4, looks to me like we've gone into this 1 wave here in yellow. And we're in the process of putting in the A, B, C to come down here. Now, again, you can't be definitive about that just yet because we need this to roll over. So if we're going to push up beyond this, yeah, then you really have to second guess. So what's problematic about that? Well, that would mean that if this were going to play this way, if we were going to go into some sort of an A, B, C down here for a second, I don't think the symmetry is as good here because we have this very short 2nd wave relative to the length of the 1. I don't think that's as likely, even though you could get a count to fit here and potentially we'd be going 1, 2. I think that is much less likely. I think all of this more likely to come in over here. So I would stay with this count until proven otherwise, until it's invalidated at a point to where I can't even go up to another expanded B wave, which is still, still a possibility here. You could look at this way. We could have A, B, C going up here, so we could get that kind of an expansion again. Let's put that, go into blue here. So we could have that again. Let's see. Let's look at it. So what is an algo? Algo does not care about the Elliott count. So all they've done is just put a 50 and look here. So not so sorry. Not out of the realm of possibility that we're just setting up to do this yet again. Expanded B, and then we go down for the C. So we get that bull trap here. Now, I'm not saying that's what I necessarily think is happening. I'm just recognizing that this has been a characteristic of this market. So did it once here, did it again here. It certainly would not be unreasonable that we do it again. So we wait and see, right? So again, as I will always tell you, we try to fit the Elliott count in around what the algo did last. So what did the algo do? Swing low, swing high, right? Well, so we've got multiple targets up here that are unfulfilled, right? So we had this one. As we showed, we looked at, well, we went right here. So, question mark, did they use the 38? We got that first target. Well, then now we've got another target up here. But again, I don't like it as much here. I'm going to like that a whole lot better down here. That's the next buy as far as I'm concerned, should we get an offer down there. So this is going to need to pivot down here. We want to see it maintain this 3-wave structure, so that would give us the potential here. So we could hit this algo target. Algo fulfills. We see the reaction. The reaction drives us down. That could set us up for the 2, and we don't know that it's at the 50, but this is our sweet spot for a second between the 50 and the 618. All right, so that's where we're looking for it. So that would give the count. So we'd have more time here in this in what would potentially be our second wave. So the whole thing would just look better in terms of the symmetry relative to this playing as a 1-2. Right? So again, can't ignore 5-wave structure. So it's completing something. Right? Is it the 5th, or is it just the 1 wave here? So my analysis would suggest that we're just kind of in a hurry up and wait. So you're too late to take this trade, even as a swing trade. You're too far gone from it. So if we get the setup here, that is definitely worth buying, because you'd be looking for the 3rd wave. So you'd be trying to get into the 3rd of the 5th. All right, here's our 4 of the larger degree. So we'd be in 1, 2. There's your money-making wave. Can we get into that 3rd and get up to some of these upper targets up here? Well, if that's going to go into a true 3rd, excuse me, we'd be looking for it up here. I can pull this over here. So, shit, every time it gets me. All right, so here would be our 3rd here, relative, right? So we know if we're going to come down here, that negative 100 will be very close to the 1618. So if we can go 1, 2, that's a definite buy. Looking for a move up to finish the 3rd. Then if you start to pull that whole thing back out, let's go back out to a daily and see how that would fit with that symmetry. So let's see if we can go, if I can do it in daily. So can you see all of that? All right, so here would be potentially our target for our, well, let's see. We might come over here. So if we got the 3rd here, 4, maybe we go up 2618. So that would be 5th, because I got to go higher degree there. So that would be 5th of the 5th. Let's take that up one more. All right, there we go. Okay, so that would be 1, 2, 3, 4 up for this very long, this extended 5th, right? So we have one of the longest bull markets in history. So coming off of the 09 lows, right, it tees up pretty nicely. 1, 2, 3, 4, extension in the 5th. There we go. 5th of the 5th of the 5th. So setting up, no reason to think that this won't continue. It's been absolutely textbook impulsive structure all the way up. Now we could get an ending diagonal up here. So that's, as is often the case, that's why you find ending diagonals at trends that are completing as you get more volatility here. So that would certainly make sense given the some of the political backdrop, some of the geopolitical tensions, trade wars, impeachment talk. You know, there's all sorts of issues here. So to anticipate more volatility up here seems like something that would be reasonable for us to anticipate. So that's what I'm looking at. That's what I see here. I definitely would be a buyer here. All right. So here's what I'll do. I'll just alert the 50. So if it comes down there, it's going to get offered there. I don't have to keep my eye on this chart all the time. Send me a text. Let me know. All right, that's what I see, guys. I think there's good opportunity here, but right now it's just hurry up and wait. Let this thing show its hand and get a little more data. Let the market reveal what it's up to here. Sure looks like there's another leg up. All right, guys, that's it for now. I'll be back with one more.